Hello everybody and welcome to Eurogamer. It's Eurogamer Wednesdays. We skipped last Wednesday's stream because we were all very busy getting set up for EGX. We had a wonderful time. Hopefully you caught some of our live streams, either our dev sessions or the live streams we did from the show. Me and Aoife streamed Star Wars Battlefront's Death Star DLC, and me and Johnny, we streamed some Titanfall, and good fun was had by all. Now, Eurogamer Wednesday streams, a good excuse for us to play games we might have wanted to stream but are a little bit old. Maybe we're streaming a game that we're currently playing, or sometimes we'll stream brand new games, but it's a good chance, Eurogamer Wednesdays, to get voices on our streams that aren't always on our streams, such as my special guest today, our editor-in-chief, Ollie Welch. Hello Ollie, can you hear me?
Hi Ian, I can hear you loud and clear.
Is he there?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, sorry.
All right.
I muted the wrong thing. So yeah, we're a couple of minutes late because I was setting up the audio, trying a very crazy way of talking through two different Skypes at once. But it's all good, and we're ready to go. So Ollie, you were the reviewer extraordinaire for Forza Horizon 3. What did you think of it?
I absolutely loved it. This did not come as a surprise because I had loved Forza Horizon 1 and Forza Horizon 2. Games that are being, I'm a car nut, but I also particularly love like open world racing games. I love that feeling of just driving around, enjoying the open world. And I love open world games. In general, I love games where you like explore a big landscape and find stuff.
Yeah.
And basically feel like you're on holiday in a virtual environment. And Forza Horizon does that.
This one definitely makes me want to be on holiday.
These are hazardous
so this one's set in Australia, the previous one was set in Colorado, and
or so you can easily find the best and craziest stunt jumps in the country.
I guess I was expecting to enjoy this game because I loved the previous one. I wasn't super excited for it simply because it looked like a fairly standard sequel that was just going to add a few extra elements to
I'll tell the scouts to find more.
To a formula that was already working pretty well, and indeed it is, but it's just been so beautifully perfected in this. The map, the Australian map, is absolutely fantastic. I think if you think of like the open road in Australia, you can think of like straight roads across the dusty outback and like pretty featureless. So they've created this really wonderful condensed map. It's full of spectacular scenery and great driving roads, really lush and colourful and just exciting to be in. Fantastic car list. Game's really fun, and I think it's really beautifully balanced between a game that a car nerd like me, who plays a lot of Gran Turismo and PC racing simulations and stuff like that, can enjoy, but also that is enjoyable for somebody who just enjoys a arcade racer,
like me,
who likes, to play the odd Need for Speed. So I think Forza Horizon is really beautifully pitched for that. In the preview I did before the review, I called it a racing game for everyone, and I really think that's the case.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think. I don't get on very well with simulation races, but this straddles a nice line between both. It's got that arcadey feel, but still it's got that customization and proper car physics that perhaps proper car nerds like yourself would be well into.
So the handling is a little bit balanced towards the arcade, I think. If you did like a side-by-side comparison with Forza Motorsport, even that is on the arcadey end of Sims, as it were, but like I think you'd probably find it makes some tweaks. Some of that is just about making a game more drivable in an open world environment than in a circuit environment. Some of it is about making it more accessible. It plays really, really well on a pad as well, even though you can't play it on steering wheel.
You have arrived at your destination.
For making a racer that anybody can enjoy. But yeah, I gave it an Ascension Award, which is the highest accolade we can give in our reviews on the site. And I felt really good about that because it's not often an award that we'll give to a genre game or a racing game. It's really hard to feel as excited about something. I think the last racing game we gave an Ascension to was Mario Kart 8, which tells you...
Oh, wow, yeah.
That was like a couple of years ago, and obviously, once again, like a super mainstream, accessible, just fun game that you feel confident recommending to anybody. So it felt really good to be able to do that. So this is a game that I would be happy to recommend to my friends, even if they weren't like racing game nuts.
Yeah,
the first time I felt like that in a while.
It's definitely yeah, a racing game that I feel comfortable in. Like sometimes racing games, I'll feel a little bit overwhelmed by all the technical stuff, but this one is just
You can
perfect to
ignore
pick
all
up and
that
play.
quite easily. Like you can upgrade your cars and tune your cars, but by and large, the racers in this will adapt themselves to you. Like there's various settings you can tweak. They will also like adjust the power of the cars and the kind of cars you're racing against in the races according to the current car you're driving. So you don't need to worry about upgrading the car you've got. Drive it, and the race will be appropriate to that car. We think you can win in that car basically.
Right.
So that's one of a lot of nice touches that have been made to make this game as easy to play and easy to enjoy as possible. And really, like racing, obviously, is a huge part of it, but it's just as much about exploring the map, finding the secrets, finding the little sort of PR stunts like the speed tests and the jumps and stuff you can do around the map, upgrading your festival locations to unlock new events. And one thing I really like about this game actually is that it's not like not winning races is not a big deal. If you like, obviously, if you win the race, you get bigger rewards, you get more credits, you get more XP to advance your character level, and you'll get more fans, which is the metric that the game uses to sort of manage your progress through upgrading your festival location. But you will still progress, and it will still tick the race off and say, fine, if you've done it. If you place in 8th, when you place even if you haven't placed like first or top 3, and that's great. It means you're doing a lot less grinding, and it's a lot less repetitive than quite a lot of other racing games.
Right. So I've only just really started this game, but what I like is that I'm not the guy who starts with nothing anymore. I'm like the guy who owns the race, the whole festival now.
You're the festival boss in this one. So the main difference that makes is that I think rather than having in the last game in 2, what you had was these they had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hub locations dotted around the map, and you'd cycle around those doing a different championship in each one, ad infinitum basically. In this one, you only have like 4 hub locations total, but each one can be upgraded, and that gets you new events in that area of the map to do. So the sort of conceit is you're the festival, you're attracting more fans to the festival. You're the festival owner, you're attracting more fans, and you're expanding the festival. They've also included something called Blueprint Mode, which allows you to create your own race events, basically. And you can't actually set courses for races. You have to use the preset courses, but you can decide, you can set parameters for them, what kind of cars, what time of day, what kind of settings are applied to the race, and you can then upload those for other people to try out. And you can also do Blueprint bucket lists. Bucket lists are a thing in Forza Horizon where there'll be like these special events that are conceived as like what you do on your last motoring day on Earth. So take a cool car and do something ridiculous in it, basically.
Oh, I remember that from the last one.
And you can now design your own ones of those, and with those you can actually define the route for them as well. You can pick a start and an end point, and you can make you can upload events where people playing them will have to play with the exact car that you used and the exact settings that you used when you played it, and try to beat your time. And I think those are awesome, and those are really good fun.
Sweet. Sorry, I'm just trying to turn you up a bit on the stream. People are saying you're a bit quiet. I've got you full volume on my computer, so I don't know why you're coming out quiet on the stream. Anyway, you can put the mic closer to your mouth.
Is that better?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Cool. So let me know in the comments if Ollie's a little bit louder now. I've turned down the engine sounds as well, so should hopefully be good. So I want to get to a point where I can challenge you at a race, Ollie. At the moment I'm doing an exhibition, one of the earliest ones that starts on a beach.
So when you drop out of that, come into the menus and tell me what options you've got open. You should have a social tab.
Let's have
there
that
should
now.
be a few options for different kinds of online playing.
Cool. Okay, looks like your audio's okay now, so that's good. So have you done much multiplayer with this yet, Ollie, or have you been sticking mainly with the single player?
Yeah, I've not as much as I have single player. I've put dozens of hours into it single player, but I have played some multiplayer. I've been playing the online adventures, which is a competitive mode, and I've been testing the co-op campaign, which is the major new addition in this version of the game, which allows you to play the solo stuff together with up to 4 friends and strangers. So I had sort of mixed results testing that over the weekend, which was the early access period for the game. I did manage to get a good game together with Martin, but trying to set up games with through matchmaking was quite difficult, more difficult than playing with competitive mode. I'm not sure why, but co-op's really fun. It's really fun when you get it working. So rather than just being racing each other in a purely competitive way, you're trying to beat the AI driver tars in races together, or like on a time trial or a bucket list or whatever. You'll have like a combined target score to aim for. So it actually feels quite different to playing competitively, and it's quite clever the way that it makes sure that your progress is everything you do is saved, and you bring it back to your single player game when you finish the online session. So it's really nice to have that ability. It's a little bit clunky because obviously you are playing a mode that's mostly designed for single player, and so when the little cutscenes or the little milestones happen, it's all happening for the session leader while everyone else sort of has to wait around for them a bit. So that's a bit of a shame. But other than that, it's a really nice mode to have in the game.
Huh. Well, I will hopefully. I've just finished this match, so hopefully I'll be able to do some co-op stuff with you now. People are still saying you're too quiet. I have no idea why Ollie is quiet, everybody. He's really loud in my ears. So I don't know why it's not translating down. Actually, I'll give this a try. Sorry about this, everyone. Okay. Right, I've got some rewards. I finished first in that race, Ollie. You'll be proud of me.
Nice one.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, Ian. It calls me Ian as well. What does your game call you?
People are everywhere.
It calls me Ollie.
Meet me there.
You didn't go for a fancy name, no?
I tried for the silly options, but they just sound weird, so I changed it back to my name.
Yeah, I think on the preview I edited, you gave yourself like Prime Minister or something. Or what you called it. Oh, here we go. I think I might have fixed it. People are saying perfect. There we go. Right, cool.
All right,
sorry.
great.
Right. Okay, so quick recap, Ollie, just in case people missed it. You like this game, don't you?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really good.
Boss. We're bursting at the seams.
The end. We can go now, right?
He's run off. Hello?
Hello? Can you not hear me? Yeah, I'm still there. I can hear you.
Hello, Ollie?
Hello, can you hear me?
There we go. Yes, I can hear you. Ah, there we go. Right. Sorry. I'm fiddling around with like 2 different sets of headphones. Yeah, I think everyone can hear you now.
Hello.
So,
hi, everybody.
So, yeah, apologies for that. Forza Horizon 3 gets an essential from Eurogamer, basically.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really good. We were just chatting about the co-op campaign, which is a new mode for this 3rd game of the series, which allows you to play all the single-player content in a group of 4 online, which is a little bit finicky to get going, but it's really fun. So, do you want to try and get a co-op game going?
I think I might have to drive back to my Forza Horizon festival first before that opens up. I've got no social options at the moment.
Oh, okay, you do that.
So, I love the graphics in this game. They're just so beautiful.
You're playing on Xbox or PC?
I'm playing on the Xbox. Oh, of course, yeah, it's cross-platform, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm playing on PC right now, but that shouldn't be a problem for us playing together. In fact, when I was playing, getting a game together with Martin,
in 400
on Monday, I found it easier to play between PC and Xbox than to try and get two Xboxes talking to each other.
Oh, right, okay.
It's sort of not ideal, but it bodes well for the cross-platform tech.
Yeah. Well, there's just like even on the Xbox One, without I guess the power of the PC behind the graphics, there's still like jaw-dropping moments. Like
it is a gorgeous,
bright, beautiful blue sea, and I really liked. I splashed through some water, and you could kind of see the raindrops being pushed backwards up the window by the wind, and just lovely little touches like that.
The cars look fantastic as well. And one thing I really liked.
Your starter car?
I went for the ridiculous Australian Ute.
Oh, nice.
The HS Balloon.
Yeah. I've done it. Ooh, that's not right. So, oh god, I'm going to drive off a cliff. Oh. I went for the Shelby GT.
Oh yeah.
Got a lot of power, but not much control. Well, that could just be me, honestly.
No, they are. It's a bit of a beast. That.
400 meters.
Lots of torque, lots of wheel spin, all going through the rear wheels. It's quite a lot to handle.
So we're streaming this at 30 frames per second. What's it run at?
Yeah, it's a 30 frames per second game on Xbox, and actually we published a piece by Rich from Digital Foundry yesterday about the PC version, which in theory will allow you to run the game at 60 frames a second, but it turns out you need an absolute beast of a PC to do that, and it's a bit of a puzzle. We're not quite sure why. It might be some kind of post-processing effects that rely on the CPU rather than graphics cards, because even really expensive, really ultra-powerful graphics cards can struggle to hit 60 frames a second with this game. So that's a bit of a shame for what is otherwise a pretty nicely finished PC version.
Yeah, I mean, most racing games now I thought would aim for 60 frames per second as standard.
Yeah, so Forza Horizon never has, which I think is to do with being able to stream this big open world and basically for the machine to be able to keep up with that. It's a heresy for some people, but I don't think 30 FPS for a racing game is a big problem, providing it is an absolutely rock solid 30 frames per second with good frame pacing and really low latency controls.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't have noticed unless someone had mentioned in the comments like they did.
People complain, but about 60 frames a second. But Project Gotham Racing, one of the most fondly loved racing game series ever, every single one of those games is 30 frames a second, and people love them. So you can do a good 30 FPS racing game, and this is one of them. But it is a shame that you haven't been able to. They haven't been able to better optimize the PC version for 60, because at the moment you have to have a pretty ludicrous rig to be able to do that.
I know we like to say
although I've got a ludicrous rig, you can run the game in 4K on PC as well, which, according to Rich, looks absolutely spectacular.
Should be in a gallery.
You can check out what paint jobs people have done here and choose one
for your car. He's got some ludicrous technology.
I've just bought a livery for my car, which has, I think it's got a goat on it. That's lovely.
Okay.
So I've chosen it. So I've expanded my festival and chosen a Land Rover type car.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be able to go social now.
All right. So this is your new car. You can just
I've got an Australian guy chatting to me at the moment. Do you miss Sean Maguire at all?
No, not really. Well, sort of actually, because he was the NPC you loved to hate, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He was so irritating. Yeah, now you've got a nice Australian guy who's your sort of car dude, and he's the one who like restores the bummed finds for you. And you've got an Irish lady called Kira, who's the new Sean Maguire, who like talks your progress through. She's your like she helps you run the festival, and she sort of talks you through progression and stuff like that. They're fine, they're not annoying the way Sean Maguire was, but you know, let's face it, racing games don't really need NPC characters, so
no.
As long as they don't drive you up the wall.
You did mention to me, or it was in the video you and Martin did, that it was only really English people that got wound up by Sean Maguire, so perhaps
the
Australians will hate this new guy.
Well, yeah, maybe. That's a good point. The developers said they had no idea until they did a preview event in London with the UK press shortly before it came out. And all of a sudden, all of the previews were like, I totally hate this. Sean McGuire to do this. And they were like, we don't know, we didn't know, and it's too late to take them out.
When I first played it, I can remember thinking, that voice is so familiar, and it took me about an hour to figure out that it was the guy from Grange Hill.
Myself and Martin and Mike from Outside Xbox spent an evening in the pub with the creative director of the Forza Horizon game, trying to persuade him to do the DLC for Forza Horizon 2, all about Sean McGuire having a massive breakdown and basically like crying to himself in the hut whilst you were doing his races for him.
He's the final barn find. He's just curled up behind a.
I've got all this money but nobody loves me, that kind of thing. Sending him to like cocaine abuse. Weirdly, he didn't buy that, but we thought it was a great idea.
That's an amazing idea. I would have bought that DLC.
Now this one's a cross-country circuit. Like a cross-country,
so I still can't do social events yet.
No. It's a shame they keep this stuff locked so long.
So I have started off this game, everyone. You joined me at the very start of this game about 2 races in. You do this kind of really cool opening race where you start off with this souped up super sports car. What is it called, Ollie?
So they drop you in the Lamborghini Centenario first.
That's it.
And then you switch to like a Ford trophy truck, which is like a souped up off-roader. And then you do a race in a buggy against a helicopter. You done that?
I've done that one,
So yeah, the buggies are the new sort of car class edition in this game. They're a lot of fun actually. They've got super bouncy suspension there. Lots of fun to race off-road.
Well, I just missed a checkpoint and got reset. It's quite cool. I still quite like the driver task thing. I hate the name, but I like the fact that I'm racing against people that I sort of know. Obviously they're AI versions, but I just got overtaken by Tom Ramrod.
Yeah, that's another new little feature that ties into the whole festival boss thing, which is that you can actually recruit driver tasks to your festival. So as well as just having them around, driving around the map and the challenge and in races, occasionally the game will say, go over to this part of the map and hunt down a driver tar and beat them in a race, and you can recruit them to your festival.
Yeah.
And if you do that, then that benefits both you and the player whose driver tar you've recruited. They get like extra XP and credits for having their driver tar in your festival, and they will then appear in all the races and sort of be part of the whole enterprise.
Nice.
It's a cool little feature.
To select who is your driver tar recruit? Because I was just kind of given one.
No, it will suggest them based on your friends list, and you'll probably find that if you've got a friend who has the game and has played it quite a lot and has done some progress, it suggests it. So like on your next one, I wouldn't be surprised if it suggested me or Martin, because we'll have quite a lot of fans and income and stuff, and we've got quite established kind of presences.
Yeah, my first one that I was given was Simon Parker.
I'm just going to see if actually it's just occurred to me that I might be able to invite you into the game.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm crashing into everyone. I quite like this map, this race. It's all between all these suburban houses. Lots of jumps and crashing through fences. It suits my frantic driving style. Tenth. Oh shit.
I sent you an invite.
Let's see. Nothing's popped up, but maybe.
skins offer big credit
wheel
and car
spin.
prizes. You can even win limited Horizon edition cars.
75. Oh no, 150,000 credit because I've got a VIP thing. I'll take that. Oops. Okay, let's have a look. Notifications. No, nothing's come through.
You might be locked out until it opens up for you.
I think I might be. I'll just have to continue racing and chatting with you for now. Undiscovered. What are the PR stunts?
So some of those are just like they're like the speed traps. Do you remember those from previous games where you try and set the fastest speed through a speed trap or over like a section of road? You've got some new ones which are danger signs, basically massive jumps. Try and jump as far as you
There's
can.
a driver who's got a bit of a following.
You've got
be worth bringing them into
the
your
bucket
lineup.
lists are classified as PR stunts
They're on the
as
move,
well.
so I don't have
It's
an
sort of
exact
all of the
location.
extra bits
Somewhere
and
in
pieces
this
you can
area.
do that aren't racing, but that might earn you some extra fans and sort of progress you through the game.
I've just been offered a new driver tire that I've got to find.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
What's me?
It's not,
Turn around
unfortunately.
when it is
Oh,
safe
who is
to
it?
do so.
It's a guy called Nick Silverside, who works
Recalculating
for the
route.
average gamer.
In 400 meters. Turn
GMA
left.
award winners. There he is. I just crashed into it. Oh god, I'm crashing into everyone.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 200 meters, turn left. Okay, I'm looking for an online co-op session for you. In
I've
100
asked the
meters,
AI,
keep
Hannah,
left.
to
Oh yeah.
see if she can find a co-op campaign.
You have arrived at your destination.
Might try and match you with a random. I think it offers you that option before.
She didn't seem to be finding anything. I presume I've still got to unlock the social bit. It's okay, I'm going to race Captain Skyrocket though. How do I challenge? Oh, X. Okay, here we go.
200 meters,
Captain
turn left.
Skyrocket, that's his
turn left.
Twitter handle as well.
100
Anyone
meters,
watching wants to
keep
tweet
right.
and tell him all about it. Thrash him!
In 400 meters, turn left.
What are you driving at the moment, Ian? I'll see if I can find something in my garage.
I have no idea.
Turn
It's some
left.
kind of like sporty four-wheel drive thing.
Okay, what car class is it? Is it an A? Should say it top.
Oh, I can't tell. I'm rubbish with cars. It's got four wheels.
In
I think
400
you-
meters,
I think you're. I think they put you in an A class four-wheel drive at the start, so I'll make sure I've got one of those handy.
turn left.
I'll be able to tell you. It's
In 100 meters, turn left.
stolen target. So do you play this with a joypad or with a wheel?
With a joypad, so I can't play it with the wheel on Xbox One because I have an Xbox 360 wheel and I'm still holding out. It's a bit of a scam, I find, the deal between the console manufacturers and the wheel manufacturers. They try and get you to upgrade what is a perfectly good and very expensive piece of kit every time they release new consoles.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Deal
I've
done.
held out buying
Driver
a
number
new
two,
wheel
signed
for
to the
Xbox One
lineup.
or PlayStation 4 yet, but I've still got a good PC wheel, which does work with the PC version, although the force feedback isn't working, so they might need a patch to figure that out. So I've been playing it on pad mostly, and this game plays absolutely beautifully on a pad, so that's fine with me actually. It can be a lot of fun on the wheel as well because it's got all of that tech, all the wheel support brought over from Forza Motorsport, and it works fine. I played most of Forza Horizon 1 on a wheel and really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to getting that set up once the force feedback is sorted out. But it's a game that works well both ways, and like you can set it like if you want to play it with like simulation steering and like full clutch simulation. Never mind manual gears, like having to depress the clutch and manually shift gears. You can play it like that as well, which is a lot of fun, particularly with all the old classic cars in the game. To really feel like you're like manually shifting this old classic as you throw it around these back roads. So yeah, it can be really, really good fun on the wheel.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the joypad and automatic gears, to be honest.
Give you wide open courses over variable terrain.
I'm having enough trouble staying on the road.
Just much faster.
There's a setting for traction control as well. You can turn that on or off. It's a bit easier with it on. I actually tend to switch on and off because I'm a car nerd, and I like if I'm driving an old classic, I don't want it to have traction control, so you didn't have it in those days. But if you're driving like a modern, like 800 horsepower supercar, the idea of driving it without traction control is frankly a bit silly. It becomes really hard to keep it on the road, so I tend to switch it back on. It's a bit of a pain switching it on and off all the time.
Yeah,
These bonus boards are hidden all over Horizon Australia.
I'm pretty much on the default
Smashing them earns you
beginner
a
settings,
reward.
I think.
In this case, an XP
Did you find it weird driving on the left?
Turn right.
It really takes some getting used to, because even though we drive on the left in this country, every driving video game is set either in Europe or America, mainland Europe or America, so you always drive on the right.
Yeah, I'm conditioned to driving on the right on video games.
It took me about 40 minutes to stop crashing into all the oncoming traffic because I was just picking the wrong side of the road. I've made the switch now.
Right, that was a new personal best of a jump. I thought that was a new thing to... what's this? Apostles Beach Cross Country. That sounds quite good fun. And I've still got no social
Turn
menu.
around when it is safe to do so.
While you're doing that, I'm trying to trick out the 1970s Toyota Land Cruiser I just found in a barn.
Oh, amazing. Did you say you found like a Trotter's independent trading van in one of the barns?
Yeah. There's a Reliant Supervan three-wheeler. Absolute rubbish. It's really slow. It's over all the time, but it's loads of fun. It's just fun to have it in there. It's like a transit van in the game. This is one of the things I love about this game is they just the car choice is done with a lot of imagination and humour. It's not just about cars that are super fast or super cool. It's about cars that have a bit of character and a bit of history to them. Maybe they're famous from film or TV, or maybe they're just like really weird. There's like wood panel station wagons from the 40s and like the Willys Jeep from World War II.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of cool stuff.
So I presume it would be possible to set up a custom race with just Robin Reliant.
Yeah, totally possible. You can set up a custom race for any car. I'll get my Robin Reliant out, so I can show it to you.
Right, so I've started this exhibition. It's cross country, so we should get to see a good portion of the different kinds of scenery. So I've only really been around the rainforest and the beach so far. I think this is actually just racing
that's most of that section, that early section of the game. So after that, you get a choice. You can either go to the city area, which has a big modern city called Surface Paradise, up on the coast, and has some sort of building sites, some quite exciting coastline nearby. Or you can choose the outback, which is sand dunes, dusty roads, little shanty towns, rocky gorges, that kind of environment. And then later on,
on your preview footage, you drove through a place called Cuba PD, which
Yeah.
I know from my shopping TV days as a very good place to mine opals.
Is that so? Oh, that's good knowledge. Yeah, so there's a mine out there that you can explore. There's a big airfield in the middle of the map, and then the fourth area is like a sort of wine country area. So that's all rolling countryside.
That's a bit more like Forza Horizon 2.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Horizon 2. But yeah, after that first one, it sort of forces you to unlock the Byron Bay, the first one. But after that, you always get a choice of 2 to unlock until you've got the last one. Obviously.
I've launched off the ramp at the wrong angle. I'm going to cheat and rewind.
It's a really varied landscape, which is, I think, something that they were aiming for. I really love Forza Horizon 2 because I love that part of the world, and I go there on holiday a lot myself. So, like south of France, northern Italy, the mountains, the coastline. It meant a lot to me. But it is a little bit samey, whereas with this, they've gone for something that's a bit more like the standard video game open world that has the sandy bit and the mountainy bit and the foresty bit and the city.
Oh, does it have a slippy slidey ice world as well?
No slippy slide. I don't think they have those in Australia, but
maybe
I guess they should think about that.
New Zealand next, because that is a very good. Every way like you can go in any direction is a different kind of climate almost.
I reckon Japan.
That would be amazing. Those are drift races and stuff.
Yeah, drift races, stuff around really beautiful scenery around Mount Fuji, and then going down into Tokyo. That could be cool.
That'd be awesome nighttime races around Tokyo. I'd be down for that.
Ralph Fulton, the creative director, is a Scot, so I imagine he'd be going for like Scottish Highlands with sort of Edinburgh plonked incorrectly in the middle of them. But that would make for a cool map, I think.
What was I think it was Blur that had Brighton in it as one of the tracks.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, right.
Brighton is where Eurogamer is based.
Excellent, underrated game as well, Blur.
Oh, it's one of my favourite arcade races.
Yeah.
It came out at exactly the same time as the other one that sold better.
It didn't sell much better. Split Second.
That's it.
They both bombed. I think it was poor timing to release them up against each other, but there was also generally like not a lot of appetite for arcade racing games at that time, which was a shame because it meant that all publishers looked at the disasters that Activision had with Blur and Disney had with Split Second. They're like, oh, I'm not making any of those anymore. Bizarre Creations, the wonderful developer that made Blur and prior to that Project Gotham series, went out of business, as did Black Rock, the studio that made Split Second for Disney. Lots of talented devs there. A lot of those people, along with quite a few refugees from Codemasters, from places like Reflections that made the Driver games, have ended up at Playground, which is a studio that made Forza Horizon, which is based in Leamington Spa, not far from Codemasters, because I think the main people there are all ex-Codemasters people. But it's Playground has now become a bit of we've got a lot of racing game expertise in this country, and as the racing game market like shrunk over the last few years, a lot of those studios closed down. But Playground has turned into like kind of a super group studio of lots of the talent from around those studios, and that's at least one reason I think why these Forza Horizon games are so good, is that they've just got a lot of developers who make it through. It's really fantastic British racing game.
You always forget that it's made in Britain because of the varied landscapes.
In 200 meters, keep right.
So I think I need to earn 4,000 more fans to be able to open a second Horizon festival.
Turn left.
I hope
do that.
At that point, go and pick up the social media. So I'm just about to do one of these PR events.
You have arrived at your destination.
See, Ian, the Horizon bucket list is
Said
where we
my
get a
name
bit
again.
existential. If this was
Busted
your
into
last
the
day on
rainforest
Earth,
in the
imagine
aerial
what you'd
nomad.
drive and what you'd do in it. Then, take
I
the
really
car
like the
left for
name
you and do
thing
it.
at first,
You're
but
welcome.
now that it just goes, "Hi Ollie," all the time, and the exact same tone of voice every time. So funny that does it. Hi
Yeah,
Ollie.
they could have mixed it up. Greetings, Ian. I'd have had that.
Greetings, gamers.
Holy crap. Doodling scrubblers. There we go. So what's your favourite car to race in this?
Oh, I really like just dotting around in it, to be honest. I have cars that I like. Also, always in Horizon, I have cars that I just like to cruise around in.
Yeah.
So my favourite car to cruise around in is the car that I banged on about in the review, which is a Fiat Dino, which is just like a really beautiful late 1960s Italian coupe. Just looks gorgeous, not particularly fast, but you feel really cool in it, and you feel cool just bombing around the landscape. But yeah, I can't pick. But I think that's one of the things in this game you don't really need to. Like, if you've got a favourite, you can play basically the entire game in that car. But it's also just as much fun to dot around. Also, like, unlike a lot of racing games, it doesn't start you in slow cars and progress you to fast cars. It starts you sort of in medium fast cars, and then after that you will dot around from like super fast hypercars. Maybe a bit less those because they're really expensive to buy. But you'll pretty soon unlock some really quick cars, and you can race those if you like. But it's just as much fun often to get the sort of D class and C class classics and muscle cars and race those, because they've paid a lot of attention to making sure the slower cars are still really fun to drive, which is something I appreciate personally. I know there's some people playing racing games, they only ever want to be in the fastest thing available, but I personally, I guess it's a car not fitting again.
Yeah, I quite like the off-road cars, doing the off-road trucks.
Yeah.
Reminds me a bit of Motorstorm.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing. That's another, a similar time to those other two you were mentioning. I think sort of good arcade racer that didn't quite sell as much as people hoped it would.
Fingers crossed Horizon 3 kickstarts a trend in arcade racing. I'd love a new Blur.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
There actually was a sequel to Blur, but it was mobile phone.
Oh god, forgot all about that.
I remember getting really excited hearing that there was a new Blur game coming out, and then there was the old Eurogamer subtitle. But. This is lovely. Oh no! Who put that rock there? I was admiring a waterfall. And oh Jesus! I'm the best at driving games.
Fantastic. Bucket list events are great for PR and attracting
Oh
fans.
yes, I'm just checking. I've got my Reliant Robin van out, and indeed somebody has uploaded a Trotters Independent Trading Co. into the store. So
that is. I've already bought that. I just
one that's like pristine. There's one that's like pristine yellow, or there's one that's like covered in grime.
Is there any blow-up dolls in the back of it?
There's one like tuned up one that's got like trading wheels in it, like the side of it. I just have no idea you can do that. So it doesn't fall over in all the corners.
Yeah.
All right.
What's going on? It's showing me a cutscene of a couple of dingoes walking around.
I think you are possibly about to unlock online.
Cool. Michael Pattinson says he agrees with your points, Ollie. He says his favourite bits in Forza games have been with the slightly slower cars in the game. He can really appreciate
more
the
bucket
handling
list
model
challenges
too.
around the festival for you as we speak. I think the team loves these things
Yeah,
even more than
totally.
you do.
I'm really excited about the 1970s Ford Escort rally car I just bought. I'm gonna upgrade that and do some racing around in the outback next time I get a chance.
Cool. I think I might need to do one more event.
100 meters. Turn left. At the roundabout, take the first exit.
It's 1.6 kilometers. So, like, obviously, this is going to be the racing game that you're putting the most amount of time into recently because of the review.
Yeah.
It's brand new. What was your favourite racing game to noodle around in before this?
So for noodling around, I really loved the old Test Drive Unlimited games.
Oh yes.
They were made by this French studio called Eden.
Speed trap.
And they were very much the same
Horizon
concept
like
as
you
Forza
knows what to do with
Horizon,
one of
only
these.
a little bit ahead of its time and a
Come
little
on,
bit
not fast
shoddily
enough.
made.
Still visible to the naked eye. We'll be setting up speed trap
So,
locations for you all over the festival.
but I just loved exploring the map in the cars. So the first one was set in Hawaii and the second one was set in Ibiza, I
Time
think.
to move beyond by
And they had a slightly sort of
We have people
cheesy
coming from
Euro
north,
trash
south,
vibe
west,
to them, but
or
I
even
quite
crossing
liked
oceans
that
to be
as
part of
well.
Horizon.
So
I played the
I
first.
need your call on the second
Not the
festival
second.
site.
They
I
weren't
marked a couple of
brilliant games,
potentials.
but I loved them anyway, and I loved them
Surface
for what they were trying to
paradise,
do. So when Forza
skyscrapers,
Horizon came
city
along and did
streets,
that idea and
tight
did it
urban
well,
racing.
I
And apparently the
was
waves aren't
really
bad
chuffed with
either.
it.
Or
Incidentally,
the
the main
outback.
devs from that
Red sand,
series
blue
went
sky,
on to
perfect
make
off-road terrain. And snakes that'll kill you if you even slow
another
down for a
open world
second.
racer called The Crew,
Oh yes, I do like
which
the Crew.
is Ubisoft
Horizon
game,
Surfers
which
Paradise.
again is a little bit
I can
shoddy
set
and a little
everything
bit
up and get the
cheesy,
party started.
but
Feel
actually
free to
really
stick
quite
around
lovable.
here and arrive fashionably late.
So I spent like quite a long time at the end of last year. Martin asked me to review the expansion pack for The Crew that came out last year, and I hadn't put much time into the game originally, so I decided that I would
And before you set off,
just to
head back to the
do my
Byron Bay
research. I
Festival.
would
There's something special waiting for you
make
at the
sure that
auto
I played
show.
it a little bit before the expansion came out, and I ended up sinking like 20 hours into it because I was having a whale of a time. It's a really stupid game, but it's really enjoyable.
Yeah.
And there's a new expansion for that coming out in November, which I imagine will tempt me away from this for a little while at least.
What's the expansion?
So it's like a cops and robbers themed one. So you get like souped up cop cars, and there's a new storyline mode in it, which is good because the last one didn't have a storyline, and I quite like the single player missions in The Crew. So it'll be good to have some
to get me back interested in it.
At the roundabout,
A little bit, sounds a
take the
little bit like it might be getting a bit Need for Speedy with it.
400 meters.
Yeah, it's definitely got a Need for Speed, Most Wanted vibe. I think that's definitely something that they're going for with it.
Keep right.
Gavin
400
is saying
meters. They're right.
he likes Toka Race Driver for the win. He says.
Keep right.
Oh, good old Race Driver. Race Driver, was it 2 or 3? The one that had all of the really mad formulas in it. It had like truck racing and estate cars or something.
Yeah.
Keep right.
Some lawnmower racing as well, wasn't it? That was a brilliant game. That was really, really
Arrived at
awesome.
your destination.
A racing game I really loved and I spent so much time on was on the original Xbox, and it was Flat Out. I love that game. Don't know if you ever played it. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a
No, I
Destruction
never played
Derby
it.
style game.
Yeah,
I
that was.
think they were making something. The people behind it, Bugbear, I think, they were making another kind of Flat Out game, but that went quiet. But we need a good Destruction Derby.
Yeah,
style
they were
game.
making an unofficial sequel to it because somebody else got the license to it, and they made a famously terrible 1 out of 10 like that for
As a
PC that
thank you
everyone
for your
hated.
performance in previous games,
Kind of tarnished the
we've
name a
arranged
bit.
to have some
Yeah.
cars delivered to your
I
garage.
think the new one
All
that
of
they're
these cars are
making
yours to keep. Choose one
wasn't
you'd
even
like to take
called
for a spin
Flat
now.
Out. It was called something weird, like big racing game. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! A Koenig Seg 1.
That is insanely fast, that car.
I'm picking
Like,
that one then.
insanely fast. It does 260 miles an hour.
Woo! I'm gonna crash.
Yeah. It's terrifying to drive.
Well,
Is that
I've
the,
just unlocked
that
Surfers
the-
Paradise. I've got to head there now. So
I
fingers
really
crossed.
reckon. Yeah. You still got no social tab?
Let's just double check when I'm out of this car thing.
Opening a new festival location will help you bring in more fans. I've set your route
No, still no social thing.
to the new festival site.
Might just try inviting you again just in case.
I've not got any. Nothing's popped up.
Okay. I will head up to the user.
Regular stream viewer. Oh god, this is fast. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Turn right.
So top tip. I got one of those. Was it in the VIP car pack? Everybody got review code, got the VIP code. Yeah. Which is good because it costs you millions of credits to buy the car in game. But if you have one and you're trying to get 3 stars on the speed trap PR stunts,
here in the skill shop.
Koenigsegg won all the way. It's so insanely fast that most of those will be a breeze as long as you get a good run up to them on the road.
These perks allow you to unlock upgrades and call in favors to improve your
did
festival.
do a traffic.
This is the
thing.
skills tab. These perks
speed
make
camera
it
thing
easier for you to bank
earlier.
huge skill chains.
This is definitely not an off-roader.
This is the instant rewards tab. These
Talk,
perks offer
Anna's
you instant
talking about
rewards
the
of credits,
skills shop at the
XP,
moment.
and wheel
Just paused
spins.
me. All I know about the car Ian's driving was that the predecessor was responsible for the fastest ever speed recorded on a public road anywhere in the world, says Michael Patterson. Huh.
Good knowledge.
There we go, right, I've unlocked some skills. What's this? Horn import.
This perk has unlocked more horns. Visit Warren in the
This
garage
perk
to
has
add a new
unlocked
horn to your car.
more pawns? Uh-oh, more horns. That's a different perk. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is really fast. Good crash physics. Once I get to Surface Paradise, I may need to swap to how this last leaf. You go to like France and stuff to like spend like days driving sports cars, and do you go to racetracks ever and
I don't do much of that. Martin's your man for actually doing track credits. Yeah. I did one once at a Gran Turismo. It was a Gran Turismo 6 reveal event, so I did it at Silverstone. I got to drive a Toyota GT40 around. But it was a lot of fun. It scares the hell out of me though. I like a nice car, but you know what? Weirdly, going fast I'm cool with, and accelerating hard I'm cool with, but it's the incredibly hard braking you need to do for corners if you're trying to drive a track properly that absolutely scares the bejesus out of me. And the instructors got really frustrated with me because they're like, you're braking too early and too gently. You need to like wait. I'm like, no, wait, no way, I'm going too fast. Corner's coming. And then you hit the brake really hard and you really feel the G-force pushing you forward.
I thought you did brake gently so you could keep the speed up.
And you've got to do all of your, to get the most maximum speed, you've got to do all of your braking in as short a distance as possible. So because anything up to the point before you start braking, you can be accelerating, getting more and more speed. So you need to brake as hard as possible and as late as possible most of the time to get the fastest time. So yeah, that scares me. But Martin takes his dad's latest release down to Brands Hatch quite regularly and throws it around there. It does sound a lot of fun. You chew through tyres. It's an expensive hobby though, because you chew through tyres and really short.
Yeah. 400 meters.
Most I've ever done is go-karting.
I find go-karting really hard. I can't get on with it at all. I'm better in a car.
I did alright at go-karting actually. I think it's because I learned to drive via Mario Kart. I just drove past Johnson. Come on, right, Surfers Paradise Festival song.
You have arrived at your
build. So is the braking stroke sliding realistic here? John at C87 wants to know.
Sort of ish. I think the cars slide a lot more easily than they would do in real life, because it's more fun that way. Basically, it's one of the ways in which they've made the game slightly more arcadey, at the arcadey end of simulation. Like, you need to brake for corners. It's not one of those games where you can just keep your foot on the pedal and like blast around all the tracks. You do need to brake for corners. And also, another way in which it's realistic, which is that power slides will actually slow you down, as opposed to the weird upside-down physics of a game like Outrun, where going sideways speeds you up. That does not happen in real life.
No.
But it's probably, because power sliding feels cool and looks cool, and they've worked it into their skill point system as well. A lot of this game is about driving in a way that looks cool and feels good, rather than is necessarily the fastest way to get around. Yeah. So I think they've made it a bit easier to drift than it actually would be in real life. So it's not strictly realistic, but it feels right, if you know what I mean.
A bit more arcadey than the standard Forza games.
More arcadey than a little bit more arcadey than Forza, a fair bit more arcadey than Gran Turismo, and quite a lot more arcadey than like Assetto Corsa or iRacing or Project Cars, one of those fairly hardcore sims.
Okay.
I in the review I compared the handling in this to the handling in Project Gotham, which I think is pretty close. It's like the car, there's an element of sort of physical realism to it. The cars feel quite different to play, but they also have that slightly showy thing where it's quite easy to drift them around corners, and it feels cool to drive all the time, rather than feeling can feel a bit pedestrian in sims sometimes when they're trying to be realistic, especially in the slower cars.
Okay.
Future Classic Radio.
There's a lot of
Dance
stuff to
music
do
courtesy
in
of
this
our
game
Australian hosts.
before you
I'll
can
sign
get
the
to
deal.
multiplayer. It's making me sign radio stations now.
Oh yeah, I
Records
remember
Radio.
that. Oh, I
All
think
drum
you're
and
almost
bass,
there. I really
all the
do.
time. You got
But
it.
I can't
Leave it to me.
remember.
That's fine. Here we go. Forza Horizon Online. That was a cross between Horizon and Forza. Horizon Online is now available. Here we go. It's a kangaroo.
This is Horizon Online. In Horizon Online, coming first isn't everything. Make it clean, make it stylish, make it look good, and you could earn as much XP as the bloke out in front. You've got 3 ways to play. In Online Adventure, we'll set you up with a bunch of great events all over the country. You and your friends can get straight into the action. All you have to do is drive. Online Free Roam lets you choose your own adventure. We'll turn you and your mates loose on this wide open land. Take some cars out of the garage, run events, tick off the bucket list, or just roam till the sun goes down. And now, for the first time, you can play a Horizon campaign in co-op. Work with your mates to make Horizon Australia the biggest Horizon there's ever been. And everything you do in co-op still counts in your solo campaign. So don't be shy.
Lovely cutscene. I think it's over. All right, online adventure. What should I do? Private session?
Go to social tab.
Yep.
Yeah, try a private session.
And
you should
invite a friend to play co-op campaign?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Where's you, Mr. Woo? There we go. Anyone else playing that I can invite? Doesn't look like it. Oh, that's my friend from work. Alright, invite to game. There we go, sent the invite.
Correct. I have not received anything.
Oh. Perhaps if you press the middle button on your joypad, the X, go to notifications. Sometimes the invites pop up there for some reason.
This might be a bit of cross-platform weirdness.
Of course, you're on the PC.
It worked fine for me and Martin the other day, though.
Let me try sending you an invite to a non-private session.
Yeah.
I definitely am. Yeah, Mr. Woo. Invite to game. Okay, that's been sent.
No, nothing.
No.
I'm going to try inviting you. One sec. Oh, we have a group together.
Cool. I tried to join your game.
Oh.
So, waiting for Mr. Woo to start matchmaking for your Horizon group.
Yeah. Okay, accepted. Exciting.
Sweet. So searching for an online session. There we go. So I actually had to
Ian,
go
remember
to the
you're a big
dashboard
deal here,
and
and
invite
other
you
races want to drive
join you
with
from
you.
my friends.
Right.
If you see another driver cruising next to you, beeping
I've
their
had
horn,
it has been
beep
a
back
bit
to start a
inconsistent.
convoy
I've
with
got to
them.
say with this.
In 100
Just
meters.
playing like online adventure, the competitive mode randomly. So at this point, it's going to try and sync our maps and our driver tires and everything that's happening in our games before it puts us in the game world. Don't know if you're joining my game or I'm joining yours.
Your game, I think.
Then we'll have all of my stuff open, so you'll be able to play like loads more stuff than you would in your own game at this point. And if you won that event, you would still be able to take that progress back to your game, even though you hadn't actually unlocked it in your game yet.
Ah, amazing.
At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I'm going to have to join your crew, EG UK.
Yeah, feel free. It's an open crew as well, so we've got lots of people in it.
Ah, so anyone.
Looking to the Eurogamer flag.
Here we go. How do I?
Synchronization complete.
Sweet.
I am the lead. You are in my game.
Awesome.
Where are you? Oh, I see where you are. Just stay there. I'm trying to find you. I may take like 20 seconds because I'm in the slowest car.
That's fine.
In the
I'm
world.
looking forward to seeing the Robin Reliant.
Okay.
Looks like this whole place is a playground.
Oh.
What are you
Here I
racing
am. On two
for? I'll keep the
wheels.
party going here at the festival.
I've just
You go out and amuse yourself.
turned on the map and the woman's
More points of
talking.
interest coming through now.
I can't turn
Have
the
fun.
map off.
Horizon's waiting, boss. Get back out there.
I would get back out there if you. All right. Ah, there it is. Oh, amazing. Oh, it's all
So-
beat up and everything. That's so cool. There we go. Two
really
famous
easy
TV
to get it.
vehicles.
Whoops! Oh,
Oh no! I pushed you inside a car.
you smashed me inside a Mazda.
There we go. So we
Okay,
got the General Lee and the Trotters Independent Trading Van. That is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Road trip.
Yay! Come on, you lead the way and I'll follow. Are you a female
Right,
avatar? So you can
no,
change
what-
your avatars for the first time in this game, can't you?
Sorry.
You can change. You can pick an avatar for the first time. I think in this game.
So let me find an event for us to do that looks fun. Do you want to do like a city streets point-to-point race?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Follow me. You should actually, if I set that waypoint, you should be able to see the waypoint as well. Just get a green line.
I've got it. So if anyone's just joined, by the way, it's quite interesting is that Ollie's playing on PC and I'm playing on Xbox One at the moment. So it's cross-platform between those two, and it seems to be working pretty well.
Whoa.
In 200
Let's
meters.
stay on its side. Yeah, we
Wow,
did.
you really nearly flipped over there. Oh, sorry.
Keep left.
Yeah. That is the van from Only Fools and Horses, John D. You're correct. Oh my god. That cornering on that is amazing.
So, what do you want to race? Do you want to race your General Lee?
In 400 meters. Turn left.
Can we pick before we start? Can we? Or?
Yeah, so I will set the event up. I have, as the session leader, I have set the event up, but I can decide basically what we
Turn
race.
Yeah, the General Lee's a bit dodgy on the corners, so I'm happy
This
for you
one's a
to
sprint.
pick another.
Point A to point B
Yeah,
on the
that's a
sealed
bit-
road.
What have you got? Because I've got cars of every sort of stripe. So
I've got the. Oh no, I don't want to travel. I've got the Ford GT, and I've got this, and that's about it.
what's the Ford GT? Modern supercars.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's go for that. What class is it? A or S1?
Ooh.
If you pop into your menu, go to find the My Cars option, look at it in your list.
Here we go. Right. So I've got quite a few actually. I've got the Audi R8, BMW M5, Ford Raptor, Ford Shelby GTR. That's a S1.
I tell you what, actually, if you've got let's do Super Saloons, because there's a pre-made event for that, and the BMW M5 will be one of those.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with my Mercedes AMG. Right, so I've created the event. You should now.
Okay, X to join. Here we go.
Yeah.
View event information. Eligible garage cars ones. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, BMW M5. We got it. So hello everyone who's joined in. We've got about 110 people watching at the moment. Thank you very much everybody for the thumbs ups. That's much appreciated. If you're brand new, this is Eurogamer's YouTube channel. My name's Ian Higton. I'm being joined by Ollie Welsh, who reviewed Forza Horizon 3 for our website, Eurogamer.net. And we're just playing. We've been playing about 90 minutes worth of Forza Horizon 3, and we're about to join a little race. We're playing cross-platform between PC and Xbox One, and we're having a good time. It's a beautiful looking game. And I'm enjoying my time with it, even though I'm rubbish at driving games. This one's a little bit more arcadey.
So what you might be able to see now is that the way the race is set up, since we're playing co-op, is instead of us just being in a regular race for points, the goal is we are in one team and all of the AI drivers are in another team, and we get points for as many AI drivers as possible we can beat. So that's to make it a bit more of a co-op session. Oh no, disconnects.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh,
that's a shame.
I'm in a race. Shall I try and join you again?
Yeah.
No, hold on. I've been disconnected.
You've been booted as well.
Yeah. Right. So
Actually, rather do that because we know that if I'm the lead, you try inviting me to session.
It's alright. It still says waiting for Mr. Wu to start matchmaking, so I think we're still in the group.
Okay, yeah, it's just asking me to create a session. Let's try that again.
Cool.
I'll go private, just because that seems a bit easier. Creating co-op campaign session.
Cool, yeah, it says it's searching. You're searching, it says.
Joining.
Those people's feet sinking into the ground.
So this is one of the real problems that I have with reviewing games is I have had quite a few connection issues with this game over the weekend. I've been playing it online, but I know that I've been having some internet trouble with my internet at home as well, and I've got no idea if it's the game or if it's my own internet.
Right.
It's one of the dilemmas of the modern game reviewer.
Yeah, I see. I had the problem on my end as well, so I think perhaps it's just... There you go. There's some people, some spectators whose feet have sunk into the ground. It's a bit weird. I guess they concentrated on the driving physics and forgot about the standing physics.
So I've found the co-op has been a little bit flaky.
Yeah.
But I played a fair bit of competitive, and that seemed absolutely fine. So I guess that's what you would expect. Co-op's a new mode for them. Competitive, they pretty much nailed it after it was a bit wonky in the first Forza Horizon. They pretty much nailed it in Forza Horizon 2. So I guess they know what they're doing with the networking there. You're in my game now, so I'm going to try starting the event again.
Oh yeah, so I'm just going to drive at high speed. Oh, and take out a couple of bus stops. X to join. Enter race. Oh, some lovely satellite dishes and a lovely night sky. Ian does seem to have a genuine issue with fences. I don't like fences.
Hey, you get score for knocking over fences in this game. So your skill score, in your skill score, there's a lot of things that feed into that. There's drifting, there's like near misses with other cars on the road, and there's like wreckage as well. So knocking over stuff, as long as it's not like a really heavy impact, that will break your chain. But if it's stuff that you can knock over, like fences or small bushes or like garbage cans or whatever, all of that is good because it improves your skill score.
Wow, there we go. That's how I'm going to get my scores up then. Oh my god, I'm going to have to retweet that. Someone's gift my my incredible crash.
Right, back in the race again. Still standing still. Come on.
Okay, I'm going. Sorry.
All right,
this is your points I'm losing as well, isn't it? So we're working together. Oh, there's Ollie braking hard on the corner. And I just smashed straight into you. Sorry. My driver tire is in
I've got the drive
right there. And it's because I drive like that. It's learned the best way to take corners is just to smash into the car just in front, knock them out of the way, and sail past them. Get out of my way, sucker. There we go, using the walls to turn. That's how they race in real life.
Coming through. Oh, nice slide.
Super Samosa. Get out. I can't believe I've just been overtaken. Oh, Jesus. I definitely need to be braking harder.
Oh no, I missed a checkpoint. No.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm miles behind. Oh, it's all gone now.
Get out of my way, man.
I thought I was doing quite well there.
Oh, I was doing really well. Back down to... Straight.
I have got the driver task set on expert, so and it's
You have?
Yeah, since we're in my game.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Setting.
Ah! I wish I could set myself to expert. It's never going to happen.
Oh, I can see the rest of you. 69% though. Can I catch up?
Oh, you must be quite far back because of the checkpoint miss, I guess.
Yeah, it was. It really killed my race.
No reversing time in the on the online. Oh yeah, there you go, some wreckage points. Oh, finish line's too close. Me too.
This is humiliating.
Yeah! Ninth! It's better than I thought I'd do.
Dreadful. Okay, what do you want to do next? Do you want to try another race? Do you want to just go for a nice drive? Do you want to try a bucket list or something like that?
Do you know what? Whatever you think will be good to show off, because I've played so little of this game. I'll just...
Okay, let me have a quick look, see what I can find. I might whack the driver type level down a bit as well. Oh, wheel spin. 7,000 credits.
Nice. This guy. Why is it starting on the right hand side of the road?
Okay. Oh, we've got a street race here, so we can do a bit of illicit nighttime racing in traffic.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Alright, it's right in front of us, so why not?
Hey, Ollie!
Oh! Well, I can't start it now, can I?
Oh, sorry.
You drove me, smashed me past the start point. Okay. Let me just tweak settings for that. Let's go for above average driver tires.
Ah, good work. Driver tire difficulty has been decreased.
And
Sweet.
let's go for this street race. We'll leave it at car class on, A, teams on, collisions on. Okay, let's go. Oh, what am I going to drive? I'm going to drive my white Ferrari Testarossa straight out of Miami Vice.
Nice. Oh, X to join. That would help. I'm going to drive... What is this? A Local Motors Rally Fighter. That looks like a future car.
Yeah, so that's a pretty awesome off-roader.
Cool. I'll
And
try this one.
Keep up.
This game likes to play music even though I've turned down all the music settings and turned the radio off. It's still playing music that will probably get us a copyright claim.
Look,
look at
it's
that car.
dangerous and we
I
don't know
want
who
one of
these
those
people
cars in
are,
real
and covering
life.
it up makes more work for me, and
Like a Transformer.
you're going to do it anyway, so why am I still talking?
They're filming the new Transformers in my hometown of Oxford at the moment. My mum sent me some pictures of the cars that they were wheeling out of the truck.
Oh wow.
Didn't recognise what Transformers they're going to be though. These driving tasks seem a little bit more docile. I like this car.
Nice drifts.
Oh, I need to brake. That would help. There's Ollie just behind. Oh god! Did I miss that checkpoint? Oh no, Ollie's overtaken me. Here's my device car. Oh, it did. I did miss it.
Tell you one thing, if you play this game a lot solo, when you go online, you really find yourself missing the rewind button, especially for those missed checkpoints, because you just go back and correct it when you're playing offline, but playing online, it just totally screws away.
Yeah, it takes a little while for it to register that you've missed as well.
Yeah.
So it really penalises you. This is nice kind of lighting for the night time, but I definitely think a neon, like Japanese street race would look even more impressive.
I tell you, that's a fun thing. That you just, whoa, no, overshot really badly. God damn it. You mentioned the lighting. One thing this game does, and there's a piece on Vice recently written by an Australian that points this out, is one of the ways which this game is really authentic is that outside of the city, the lighting at night is absolutely terrible, which is apparently the case in Australia. And when you're driving the country roads at night, you cannot see a thing. On an overcast night, it gets absolutely black, especially in the outback. So that can actually be quite a challenge. Oops. No, crash.
I'm slowly getting closer to the pack.
You're right behind me now.
Oh yeah. Oh, what are you doing to those poor pedestrian NPCs? See you later, Ollie. Yeah.
Oh, nice one.
What time is it? You fancy one more race before we pack it in?
We can have a race, or how about we just go for a cruise? Or I'll see if I can find a race route that takes us over to the outback, because I think it'd be fun to see a bit of a change in the scenery.
Yeah, I'm up for that, definitely.
All right, let me see if I can't find a race route, I'll just set a waypoint so we can zoom over there.
I'm up for that for sure.
Okay, let's have a look on the map. What we got?
I didn't see what I won then.
Speed zone. Remember these? Keep that needle redlined and maintain it through the zone.
Oh.
We'll track your average.
This car's lovely. I like the way they've raised it. Local Motors. Are they actually
I think it's a real car. It's I'll tell you what, let's just I'm going to set a waypoint
In 100
for
meters, turn right.
the festival hub in the outback, and we'll just drive there together.
Okay.
Did you get that waypoint? Has that popped up for you?
Yes, it has, yeah.
Cool, let's go. So this is
gonna be a
going
bit like the crew. Oh, whoa!
This
Ollie,
is going to take us
remember to use your
through.
mirrors.
This is going to take us through that kind of vineyardy bit in the middle of the map,
In 400
and
meters,
then into the
turn
outback.
left.
I think it could be quite a nice preview of the scenery in the game.
Turn left.
She was telling me to turn left for about 15 minutes.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm
I still
just
didn't.
turning. Damn it. Okay, sat nav is adjusted.
Right, so it's 10 kilometres to the destination. That is a skybox to rival Destiny's
It
skyboxes.
is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
400 meters.
Absolutely gorgeous. They've done an amazing job on the skies.
Keep left.
Oh, you're on a slightly different route. So you
Oh,
see if
right.
yeah, because I missed the turning in the sat nav recalculated route for me.
Lucky escape lanes there.
In 400 meters, bear left.
There left. Wow, hang with that.
Keep left. In 400
God.
meters, bear left.
I'm sorry.
Scramble time.
Alright,
This is a long race
I'm
on the
going to
mixed
try
surface course.
and rejoin
So it
your
can be
rig.
tricky.
Catch up.
We're calling these ones drift zones. Turn in hard and use your e-brake to drift as far as you can between the flags.
In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Okay, this car is awesome, but you need to brake.
In 400 meters, turn left.
Okay, so now we're going across some little vineyardy looking areas. This looks very like Forza Horizon.
Turn left.
Oh, oops. Okay. I may have rolled the car. Can I? I don't have to stick to the road. I can go through here. Right?
No, you're perfectly well equipped to just drive clean across country if you want.
Yeah, like this. Following the river rather than the road. This is awesome. See, this is the rain effect I was talking about at the beginning of the screen, the way it kind of gets blown up the windscreen. It's really cool.
You're driving on in-car view.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Or-
flicking between them.
Bear right.
This is one of the things that I love about Horizon is that all of the cameras are really good. I find that I flick between the different cameras quite a lot. The in-car view looks fantastic. The cars look brilliant on the chase cam, and I quite like to use that, especially for like off-road races where you have to pick your way through the trees. It's a bit easier on chase cam, I find. But they're all really good. It's not like some racing games where you find there's one camera that works for you and the rest are just virtual.
No, I see what you mean. I have been mixing up quite a bit. And I haven't found, normally I settle with a view and stick with it, but I haven't found one that I really, that I like more than the others.
In 200 meters, turn left.
How far away from me are you?
I'm just catching up to you now. I'm not too far behind. You're just getting into the slightly sandy
In 400
outback
meters,
area, right?
Ah,
bear
yes,
right.
yes.
Yeah, I'm not far behind.
Look at that view, that is lovely.
Keep right.
Oh, oops. Too busy looking at the view and not the road. Occasionally, I just get it just looks so photorealistic.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Hey.
Turn right.
Snare.
In 100 meters, keep right. In 100 meters,
Eyes on the road, says
turn
Serena Watt.
left.
Yeah, it's a good... Oh god. No, I read the comments and then missed the
Turn
turning.
around when it is safe to do so. In 100 meters, turn right.
I'm just catching up.
Oh yeah, we're not too far away from ending now then. But I might do a community stream on this at some point. If people are up for joining. There we go. And it's the Outback Festival, so there it is, you know. So that was quite a sweet drive all the way along here. It was basically from here all the way.
Yeah,
along to the
it was pretty much the entire width of the map, almost.
There he is. Look at pulling some donuts. I don't think I can do donuts with my one. Oh, I pressed X by accident. All right. Well, I think it's probably a good time to wrap it up, Ollie.
Okay.
I like this game, even though I'm not that into driving games. This pushes all my buttons for arcade races, and it looks beautiful. So
it's really fun to play with friends as well, play socially. And I love the fact that you don't have to worry about the fact whether your friend is playing it on PC or Xbox. You know, you can just play together. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, we had a couple of issues getting together at the start, but it seems pretty seamless once you got it sorted between platforms. It's a very good achievement. So, right. So yeah, thank you very much everybody for watching. It's been wonderful playing a bit of Forza Horizon 3 with for you and with Ollie. If you want to see us play more, maybe do a community stream, do send me a tweet at Ian Higton. Sorry, I'm going to take my earphones out for a second. I was getting echoes. It's putting me off. So yeah, do tweet me at Ian Higton if you fancy some more Forza Horizon streams on Eurogamer. We could do some kind of community stream if we get enough people interested. It might be quite fun to do some Robin Reliant races and stuff like that. I'd definitely be up for that. If you did enjoy this stream, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and perhaps if you're new, do subscribe. We do plenty of live streams here, as well as daily video game content every day except for Sunday, because even God had a rest on Sunday, didn't he? But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and of course, big thanks to Ollie as well for joining me. Thanks, Ollie.
Oh, thank you for having me. I will play this game during work hours at the drop of a hat, so if you're streaming again, let me know.
Well, maybe we'll do another stream tomorrow if there's enough interest. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, and it's goodbye from me and goodbye from Ollie.
Bye.
Bye.